What's going on, guys? Ticker Chopper here. Today we're going to be going over ARC Document Solutions and AMC Theaters. Boom, right here. We'll start it off with this clip right here. It's your fellow apes and your wife's favorite boyfriend right here. This is a perfect summary of what the hell is going on today in the market for April 13th, 2021. All right, just driving straight into it right here. We're going to head up at ARC Documents. ARC Document Solutions is a huge runner for me in the long term right now. This company right here, boiled down, is just document production, but mainly on the non-residential side of things. So with Biden's new infrastructure plan, this is going to be key when it comes down to getting everything rolling for documentation, other accessories that they're putting out home. Big one right here is this Cube Mate. Now with the coronavirus and everything still playing part in all of our lives, we got this new announcement from ARC with his CubeMates stuff. They got stuff going on over here with cubicles, office school desktops, all non-residential accessories. That's going to then proceed forward with this whole COVID environment and everything. Pushing past that as well, a lot of return to work safety. Like I said, huge on documentation, constructional side documentations, but also now veering over to the COVID side of things, documentation for safety awareness, the cubicles, a lot of big things going on for this company with printing solutions. Also, Archive 2 is the 3D printing that they're doing, drone services, a bunch of different stuff right here. Because like I said, the non-residential is key for these company. With Biden's new infrastructure plan rolling out here soon, this could play very, very well in the upcoming future. Rolling over here to the charts we got set up over here. So like I said, all over the past, looking at the daily chart over here, all the way back, we had a high back in the 2015s over here, proceeding all the way up to about your $50 resistance, all the way back in 2015, bottlenecking all the way down to about that 30 cents per share back over in April of 2020. This company took a huge hit during the pandemic, but if we're going back over here, just looking at strictly gross profit from the 2016s all the way to 2020, you have steady increase in gross profit all the way through till you got about to 2020, when obviously big companies like this rolling around non-residential took a huge hit during the pandemic. Huge loss from the gross profit, but moving forward past this point, you can only see it doing tremendously well from this point forward. So over here too, we'll get into your leadership. Boom, big CEO, lots of stunners right here. Big boys, wives, boyfriends, all across the board right here. You got your CEO. All these guys have been very experienced in the field. Looking at all of their resumes here, very promising things, all the way down to my girl Tracy right here. Tracy Luttrell is a key player in this whole board moving forward for this company. But like I said, looking at all the resumes, backsides of all these leaders for the company, all single stunners, wives, boyfriends playing key roles in this company right here. Going back to the chart right here, like I said, after it broke through this downward level of resistance, right when we got to about pushing it in November right here, you see your final breakthrough, moving upwards again. We're getting a little bit of side-to-side action over here. Doesn't want to break this channel yet, but like I said, moving forward into your end of this year, you're going to see substantial growth throughout all of 2021 for this company, especially as we're rolling through with this COVID taking this last bend through the corners. Big, huge things coming up for this company. Earnings have been pretty straight going for the last couple years. Obviously, like I said, for COVID taking a big hit, earnings weren't looking so hot. As you can see, the price reflecting in the stock chart right here. But like I said, as we're moving forward too, from those last records of earnings and gross profit, we're going to see some pretty good future price action going ahead of us right here. All right, we'll move over to your favorite AMC. Looking at AMC right here, sitting at 857. Moving over to Ortex. Now, the biggest key takeaway I've seen so far with AMC is, yes, you have that utilization up to 95.89% with that almost 3.5% change in estimated short interest just as of yesterday. Right down here, you see this volume just trickling out, and you know that the apes are all holding right here. You see that volume just starting to diminish. All these short sales are taking place and squeezing it all the way up till it gets to that 100% short squeeze utilization we're looking at right here. So heading back over to Ortex, you can see back here, this is something that I thought was very interesting, is you get up to about where we are right now, that 95.89%. This is back in February 26th. We had about a similar utilization, and you can see in the chart represented right here, we got that 1089 high price all the way down to that 785 for the low of the day. And as we start to climb up to that 100% utilization, which is looking like we're heading these next couple of weeks, you can see as the chart reflects that downward pressure pushing that price action down to about that $7.05 range. As we grow into that 100% utilization, and as that utilization wades out, you got covering going across the board, and that's going to push it all the way back up till we got that $14 price point back in March 18th of 2021. And as we're approaching that area as well, at that 95%, pushing all the way back till they can get that 100% utilization, that is going to be key once they get that 100% utilization and they start covering again, because I'm already seeing from that $2 price change from that same respected range we had back in February, that as they encroach that 100% utilization, if they do receive that again, you're going to see this thing dropping back down to its about $6 range, if not $7 range, and then proceeding back up to where we left off over here in March 16th, March 18th, and doing it all over again. This whole thing can only last out so far, knowing the fact that how many phantom shares we got rolling around on the market and naked shorts that are just going to keep squeezing this thing out. All we have going on here is you've seen that volume just average market volume for this stock slowly diminishing as the day goes by. And that shows you that all apes are holding. All the retail investors are holding their shares and if not buying more. Any short volume they can push and squeeze out of this thing is not going to keep going any further, especially with that 5% window we got holding out for that utilization rate. Another big little kick note I'll put in for this thing right here is these ads, these news articles. You'll see them all over Yahoo Finance, all this trash over here. These are just baits to pull you fellow apes off your ways and get you looking over for the new biggest next thing. Eyes blink, all these, they're trying to pull you away and get that volume elsewhere so they can kick these price back down. Please, please, please be aware of these articles and these news articles floating around, as they're just simply trying to pull your eye away from the prize. But like I said here, wrapping up with this AMC technical analysis, all the way up back in that March time frame when we hit that $14, almost pushing that $15 price range, you see in your Fibonacci retracement where we come down to that 0.618 level, breaking through that 0.618. If we do see it test that 0.786, we'll go from there. But I do see this possibly being the floor, that $8 price right here, that good psychological level. You're sitting a little bit above that 0.786 Fibonacci retracement back from March. But I do see this being the floor if we do not get that share dilution. But keep in mind with that 500 million share dilution, that is if it gets presented to the retail investor float, which will then re-announce the new floor on this share's price volume. But differentiating this thing from GameStop is that this company does still have a lot of prospective growth moving forward in the future for its price that it's sitting at right now. I do believe that this price is way undervalued than what it's going to play out to be moving forward after this pandemic, when they can start really getting that max occupancy rolling through in their theaters again. And moving forward past the point, this is still a steal from what we're looking at in the future. Even better yet, if we can start closing on some squeeze action moving forward on the hedgies coming down from Wall Street, taking back our money all the way back to here, our fellow apes. But like I said, we're going to see if we can get this floor about the $8 psychological level. Good key price point. We've seen it again. Did some work over here on the beginning of March as well. Touched this support line. Proceeded all the way back up to that $14, $15 range. We're looking like we're probably going to do the same thing here if we cannot have enough apes hold. No paper hands going on over here. We got to keep holding this line. That short volume can only get to so much, to the point. We're seeing also over here on Ortex, we're seeing that cost to borrow steadily increasing as we proceed. And then the shorts still have to keep their vault position open. And then we're going to keep seeing that cost to borrow ratio increasing and increasing as days goes on, which is just going to result in that squeeze action getting pushed faster and harder. All right, any questions left here we got going on AMC? Please leave them in the comments. Like this video, dislike this video, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. I'll see you in the next one.